Good morning, Shaun.
Good morning, Brendan.
Yeah, it's not raining today. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And so,
It's definitely fall, though.
no, oh yeah, it's definitely fall. All the leaves are turning or changing or falling down. Someone said to me that there's a difference between autumn and fall.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
I don't
to you?
know. Is there?
So okay, so the way it was described is like autumn is summer going into fall, and then or summer going into this season maybe, and then fall is like the fall season going into winter.
I guess you can.
Is that a thing?
If you really want to differentiate, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, okay, all the leaves are turned and they're pretty, or like all the leaves are off the tree.
All the leaves are gone off the tree, and let's get back into winter, right? Something like that.
I'm gonna guess if you want to split some hairs. But
Yeah, I don't know. It was the first I ever heard of something like that. I was like, I thought they were synonyms.
well, here we are. If we're going autumn into fall, then what's that little
Pumpkin?
Yeah, pumpkin's dead.
Their pumpkins
Carved it too early.
Carved it too early.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Almost Halloween. Yeah.
Almost Halloween.
Saturday will be Halloween.
And so if you're listening to the time because we barely talk about what day it is, which is
yeah,
actually really cool, because then it's just like whatever.
it's random. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, it's just another day, and that way I can cut out episodes and it's like nothing ever happened. But it's almost Halloween, and I'm supposed to see my kids. So this is like an update, I guess, for me. I'm supposed to see my kids this week, and if I see them, that's what I'm gonna do with them. I'm gonna carve one pumpkin. We're all gonna sit there and, like I'll help with them with their little baby fingers.
All mucky hands.
Yeah, and I'll be like, hey, let's do this, whatever it is, and walk it around the park or whatever it is. I might see for maybe like 4 hours. Might even be today.
Yeah.
Might be something I do today after work. So,
I mean, that's a huge update, right?
that's what I'm going to talk about before I talk about how I'm already huffing and puffing and need to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough content for today. But, and I don't know if I've ever said this, and it's all whatever. Like, started it with hyperbole. All this is hyperbole. My Rule 35 isn't complete.
Gotcha.
Okay, it is not complete.
And months in, right?
And I'm sure if we started this in July or whenever this was actually, that's when I at least started the Rule 35, right?
Yeah.
And I've been harping about this Rule 35 from episode 1, okay?
Pretty much, yeah.
Season 1, episode 1. We're in season 2 episode, this might be even like 10, okay?
Yeah.
So the results aren't in. I was told that they're like 99% done. You just need to proofread it and sign it, right? Okay, still don't know what it means though. He's like, I just need to proofread and sign that you're psychopathic, and I don't know. I have no clue what he's proofreading and signing. But here's the thing, I'm getting access to my kids this week.
Before that's submitted.
So, and I say this in the eyes of the court, and I say this as a tactician. And it's hard to do this because I am their father, but take out the emotion that I am their father. Play this like pawns on a chessboard or just pieces of a chessboard, okay? So, in March, the concept that I'm a danger to my kids, therefore remove their presence from my life, or Team A and there's Team B, right? Team A's life, these units got to be removed from Team A, because if the units are left with Team A, he may damage these units. So remove them and evaluate him so that if the units are in his presence, it's safe. Okay.
I'm not meaning to cut you off, but I'm going to cut it short.
What?
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed, and I get access to my kids.
In the eyes of the court, nothing's changed. This evaluation's not been submitted. It's not approved. Nothing has changed in the eyes of the court.
In the eyes of the court.
In the past 6 months.
Yet, but what has changed is I get access to my kids.
Why?
Okay, so obviously as their father taking out the yeah, that's gonna make me so happy emotionally, like very, very happy. If I was a threat to these kids, and here's the stipulation, they're not.
We're gonna avoid this.
Okay, you want to go this way?
Yeah. The park looks like they're having a track meet or something.
Yeah, for real.
And there's
a bunch of kids everywhere.
We're just gonna stay
with
away
backpacks
today.
Okay. So why? Again, and I think I have a theory too. But like, why would you as team B say, okay, well, as long as they don't spend the night, then they're not in danger. Okay.
What happens at nighttime that you turn
What
into
happens?
a werewolf?
Happens at overnight where the kids wouldn't be in danger if I'm, and I'll just use me instead of team A and team B. But if I'm a threat, and you need to keep the kids away because my actions are spontaneous and my spontaneity may cause harm to these kids, then why just put in this random stipulation of, well, they can't be overnight? Again, danger can happen within, like, how long does it take? Let's just say, how long if the concept is maybe on accident, but you will hurt the kids, but only at night?
It's strange.
Right. And then the other thing, you have intentions to hurt me through the kids. You're gonna hurt me by hurting my kids, but only at night, right?
Something's off.
It is definitely something. Here's my two theories. One, the entire argument was for positioning. It was for legal positioning, and this is how they got me to sign things so that they wouldn't have to spend more money by going to court, putting me in emotional distress because I haven't seen my kids for a certain period of time. So now sign this and get to see your kids again. It's that dog. You get to see your kids again. Saves her additional retainer fees from going to court, which she's trying to avoid going to court. The attorney doesn't care. She would love to go to court because she's going to make all her retainer fees, but her client is saying, I really don't want to pay you more money, so give him access to the kids without the Rule 35, right? But again, that's one theory, right?
The entire precedent of you not seeing your children was based on that Rule 35. You haven't got those results, so they're throwing it out. So it's basically like you've had no recourse. There's no logic as to why you've been punished.
There is, though. And I wonder if the parties involved, well, I mean, I'm saying it out loud, so I kind of realized it, but how true is it that my kids were weaponized against me emotionally? How true is it that they were used as a tool created to create trauma and emotional damage in me, but also it must have created trauma in them. So how sick is it that a person would go, I don't want to be with you, and I know you care about your kids, so I'm going to take them away from you, and under the false flag of I'm afraid of you and you're a danger to them, only to let you have access to them because I don't want to spend more money. Does that kind of ring out maybe any truth to that, or am I just like going too far with the concept?
Sounds okay to me. I mean, it sounds like exactly what's happening, so I don't think you're reaching very far, if you're reaching at all.
And then I go with two things, okay? There's the two yin and yang, or two sides of the spectrum. Either one, that what I just said is pretty accurate. I'm not a danger to my kids. Time will tell. I'm not a danger to my kids. I mean them no harm. And my desire is only to guide them through life to the best of my ability.
You have no intent to weaponize them against
that's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at. So I have no, and I think there's three reasons for that, okay? There's three reasons for this. That I have, that it was all for show. It was all bullshit.
Posturing.
It was garbage.
It's garbage.
That it was all posturing for this legal event. One reason why I wouldn't do this is I know what it feels like to have your kids emotionally hurt you because of their missing presence. Okay, so I actually know what this weapon feels like. If it was a gun, I'd be like, I've been shot before, you know? So I would, and I say this, and I mean this, I love this woman still. I love this person. And at this moment in time, I'd say most significant relationship I ever had. Maybe even use the words love of my life. Thus far, love of my life, right? Yeah. Why would I hurt you because I love you? I don't like to hurt the people I love, even if the people that love me or care for me, or maybe don't, maybe it's a one-sided, hurt me, I still actually have honest feelings of affection and care. So I wouldn't hurt you, especially in the way that I've been hurt. I'm not retaliating. That's not me. That's not who I am.
Yeah.
2, in order to hurt you, I wouldn't hurt you physically as you're laying out. I'd hurt you through the kids. So if, take the emotion out, if it's a tool thing, there's a shared resource. I burn down the trees or something, because that we're fighting in a war, and I burn what we both can use as a resource, but they're not trees, they're kids. So that's the tactical part. Yeah. If hurting you, the greatest, which I mean, I could physically hurt this, team B or whatever, but what hurts more is hurting that thing that you said that you were trying to protect. And if I hurt that thing, I guarantee you'd be hurt more than me just absolutely destroying you, because I've been there. There's fates worse than death, it seems. You try to protect this resource, this product, this unit, and yet as soon as it gets in my path, it gets destroyed. How would you feel as a failure of the thing that you... So
I think you need to make it abundantly clear that you have no intentions of doing that.
No, absolutely.
I mean, it sounds like, you're playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, it's definitely devil's advocate.
I understand where you're
the
coming
concept
from,
being that
you have to be perfectly clear. So it's not misconstrued as I'm making a threat.
No
Good
threat.
Lord, you don't want that coming
No, absolutely not. This is hyperbole. This is complete... follow this train of thought to understand why there's almost logically in the sane mind no reason that I was kept from my kids. There should have been no reason, because what she loves the most, I too love the most, and that's the reason that doesn't work out, because on a tactical standpoint it sounds like, oh yeah, but on a reality and a deep emotional thing, why would you destroy what you love the most to hurt somebody else just because you both love these things the most? Okay. That's another reason why I feel like this was bullshit, because essentially what happened was one party said, I'll traumatize them a little bit because I'm afraid you'll traumatize them a lot. Because that was done. Yes, it wasn't. They were used to hurt me. So that B, as you said, like, make it abundantly clear you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. Somebody else did. They used that. Now, was it destroyed? No. Was it traumatized? Yes. They said, let's take him out of your life to hurt him. But that's gonna hurt you. I don't care. It will only hurt you a little bit. Only a little bit. You'll get over it. And
again, not that it's a benefit, like death is a benefit. We joked about that before. But they're young and they won't have much of a memory of this, if any.
In the end.
So, I mean, that's a slight benefit, right? You'll remember this.
They've actually said things like, I miss you, Daddy. And I don't know if it's the difference between them actually knowing what it is to miss me. They do know what it's like to miss me, and this is like sponged in their subconscious mind. Or if they were just reflecting the words that I say. I say, I love you, I love you. I say, I miss you, Daddy. Dead possum.
Big guy, too.
Big old guy. Or he's playing possum, dude. If he got up and ran right now, I'd be like, yeah, he's either dead or he's playing possum. So then the third thing is, it's always been my goal to keep my family together. And if I did either A or B that I just mentioned, those are paths of destruction, which are against the cause that is my ultimate cause. So I've said this, I've been very explicit about this part. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me who I love and who I care about and who I want to protect. That's a thing that helps for taxes and society, and then you get married and you get this license and all this stuff, right?
But apparently you need a piece of paper to tell you it's okay to see your own kids.
All right. I personally don't need one, right? Like,
no.
And I guess the sense is like, I'll do what I want to do and feel is appropriate to do without the law telling me what they think is appropriate for me to do and want me to do. There's a higher, there's a rebellion in there. There's a rebelliousness in there, but it's actually a good rebel. It's like, just because you say that we're not married, doesn't mean that I won't stop caring for this person the way that either a really good friend would, or a lover, but not a lover, because there's a, but it doesn't mean I'm just going to be like, oh, since we're not married, fuck you. you know? So, and to try to hurt somebody you care about, or try to hurt somebody you care about through something they love, is against that path. So I'm not gonna do it. So those are my 3 reasons why absolutely it was bogus that I was kept from my kids, because
Agreed.
I'm not a danger. I have no intent to be vengeful and vindictive, especially if in order to do so I have to hurt the thing I love the most. Stupid bullshit. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I am
Can I throw up another hypothetical? You know, what if this Rule 35 comes back after you've seen your children, and it says he's a danger?
Yeah.
Then what? Are they held accountable? Or is it just, oh, that was a lapse in judgment?
My question is this then. If I'm a danger, due to what?
Yeah.
If it's due to a mental illness, a disorder, in order to sign these papers to see the kids, there's this like line in there that says, I sign this paper saying that I have no mental like stress, illness, right? Yeah. And I didn't feel like I did. If they come back saying I did, I think the whole thing would be void, because how does a person who's not sure what right and wrong is gets to sign a paper?
True.
Like how does a person who has no they think what's right is actually wrong, and what's wrong is actually they don't actually have the moral compass, right? I signed this paper, but I don't know what's right. I don't know the difference between fucking being a good person and a bad person is. I'm a danger to myself and everyone around.
Okay, let's again, bad scenario time. Shaun,
that way, just walk that way.
Sure. Let's say you check yourself into a hospital, psychiatric unit, right? And you're there for a day, and you're like, you know what? I'm feeling better. I don't think I'm as bad off as I was. I'm ready to go home. Whoa, no, we can't leave you go. What do you mean you can't let me go? Like, you
let me in on my own will.
I can't leave on my own will, right? And that's the scenario, like you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I took it upon myself to like check myself in, but I don't have the acuity to, or awareness to check myself out. Right? And the same, I'm kind of trying to bring that analogy to, your situation.
No, I get this. Yeah. I get what you're saying. If you, by yourself, walk into a psychiatric place, a facility, and say, something might be wrong with me, I don't know what it is, I feel like I need some kind of help. And then you realize, all I needed to do was vent. I vented, I want to leave. Sorry, sir, you might be a danger to society based off the things you said or something, Okay, so what does that mean? You're gonna be here for 6 months. Yeah. Wait, what? How the hell?
I don't know what the the sentence is. I don't know the right word. What the protocol is.
Okay.
For like being able to self-check yourself out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just using that as an analogy, but I think there's some stipulation you have to stay for a certain period of time. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just trying to make a.
Here's on a lighter note, that's not really that funny to me anyway. It was told to me,
I think we can circle
by the ex, with the divorce, at least I'll now be able to have the threesomes I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
gee,
I'm so hurt by women that it's like, threesomes, maybe. Whatever, these demon, maybe though, maybe. So anyway, now I'll talk about my weight, dude.
Just completely left.
Yeah, whatever. I've been huffing and puffing a little more. I've been actually trying to get out and run, but and I know this. I know this isn't because I did health science and stuff. Running isn't going to thin you up the way that people go, oh, if you just run a bunch of calories, and you touched on this, you'll just be thin, right? Obviously you have to do diet and exercise, but exercise can be broken down to anaerobic and aerobic types of.
Yeah, you have to do a combination of several.
Yeah. So if I really want to lose the pudge, just because I run over a mile or something a day, that's only going to burn those extra carbs and stuff, right? I might need to do sit-ups and push-ups and weight train to actually get the metabolism up to where I want it, so it actually gets there's no, I think if I'm off, then whatever, there's no real way to target your midline.
One specific area,
because body fat is distributed throughout your entire body. I would say equally, but also your body kind of puts it places, you know,
Stores
like,
it, yeah.
your body might be unique, but you know, if you have back fat or fat under your arm or, you know, something like that, and you start losing weight, you'll lose it from all these different places because it's chewing up the fat to get the energy to the blah, 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 you know?
Exactly, yeah.
So my goal is this, and I should have did it yesterday because it was a perfect day to start it. Eat more salads,
Gotcha.
keep the things that I put in my body in mass to the things that your body expels when they don't digest, which is more like fruits and the vegetables.
Your fibers, yeah.
Yeah, and not the meats.
Yeah,
be meat light.
Yeah, because your protein.
That's what's going to get stored up.
Unless you're weightlifting to build muscle.
Yeah, I'm not.
If you're just shooting to lose weight,
yeah,
protein's not incredibly important.
It's not. So yesterday we had salad.
Yeah.
And that would have been great if that was my meal of the day. I had a big salad, broccoli, tomatoes, jalapeno, you know, all these different things, right? But the problem was, I had 2 meals prior to that. One was the crepe meat and stuff with the juice and all the bread, and then I put it on noodles. That was not, I could have gone without that meal completely. And then I had a small breakfast. I forget what it was, but I'm sure it was like chocolate milk and some kind of like something. I forget what it was, but it may maybe like a Pop-Tart or something, you know?
Yeah.
Could have gone without that. I could have just done the salad. So today, my meal, if I can, because again, your wife loves to cook, and when she cooks, it's delicious, right? So it's kind of like, what are you putting in front of me? Oh, I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah.
I have to actually go against this natural incline to eat what's in front of me because it's been served and it's hot and prepared, you know?
And delicious.
And delicious, right?
Yeah.
Go against that, because doing that.
No, you know my dilemma.
Yeah. How are you ever gonna? I guess that's why we started talking about it, because you're like, how am I ever gonna lose weight?
Yeah.
I don't know, because you're caught between losing weight, legit. And I think this, and you let me know, losing weight and offending somebody.
I don't know if it's that far.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. Like I got a great wife, right? She'll pack my lunch for work, right? And my mind is, it's in my lunch bag, I gotta eat it.
It's what I was given to eat. It's in front of me.
If she throws in cookies and snacks and little Debbie cakes and a sandwich and some soup and then a salad and then a soft drink and then 3 other things, it's like, well, it's all in there, I'm gonna eat it.
That's what she intended my lunch to be.
And not that I'm being insulting, but like if I were to pack my lunch, it'd be a salad. You know, it'd be something light, or not 6 snacks on top of a meal.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And maybe I should start packing my lunch. I don't know.
More time out of your day.
She's just me being lazy.
She's a good wife, and that's what she does it for you to save your time, so you can. I don't say this in a bad way. You can relax, sit on the couch, play video games, hang out with your kids,
enjoy
many of these other things in that sliver of time between waking up and getting out the door, right?
Exactly.
That's why you don't have to cook dinner. You know, on the days that you work, you don't worry about what it is.
But then, I always
food.
say, like, especially on the days I work, and especially with the shift I work, I wake up and I eat dinner.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? I eat...
your breakfast is everyone else's dinner.
I eat a 700 to 1,500 calorie meal the minute I wake up. Maybe that's good. I have all day to burn it off, whatever, right?
And how some people have breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
You're just always having dinner for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Like most of the, and then so the times that we have breakfast for dinner, that's actually like, oh, cool,
This
breakfast.
is smart, yeah. And then I usually take what's left over from dinner and eat that at work at 2 a.m. So that's my lunch break. And that's usually the only meals I have. So I'm like, okay, I should be consuming less calories on the days that I'm working anyway, because I don't snack, I don't go get a bag of chips, or I don't have a bowl of cereal. It's not there, it's not available.
Yeah.
So I like to think that I'm eating at least less calories on the days that I'm working.
But the trick to me is, and I think I told you this, I have no clue the caloric intake of your wife's cooking.
Oh, good Lord, no.
And it's not like she goes, oh, there's no butter in that.
Oh, there's butter.
There's butter in that.
It's delicious.
It's delicious food.
Butter, oil, sugar, fried foods. We stay away from a lot of fried foods, but we still have them.
But the potato chips are delicious, you know. So it's hard to say, well, you know, fill your bowl up with salad. Even the dressing, like how I was actually mindful yesterday of the dressing.
Me too.
And how the dressing was 80 calories for this one, but 120 for that one.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I want lighter foods. That's what again, like I need lighter foods. I need different things like this. So here's my plan. And I hope it doesn't offend anybody. That's why I was saying, like, this is my actual dilemma. What's that?
Running.
Okay. Do I, for a week, manage my own meals to the point where I'm just kind of be like, I'll go buy 2 bags of salad, 2 bags of this cereal, or it's not even real, like, it's like good cereal, like grain, like
I know what you're saying.
Fiber heavy cereal, and go, I've actually meal planned myself. I know it's simple. There is no real preparation. I'm eating cereal with fruit, and I'm eating salad with more vegetables. For 1 week, that's what I'm doing. And I'm taking out the meat real quick and see if it changes my physique, because I'm not putting in those oils and fats and meats that I really don't feel like I need, but are so good when they touch your lips.
One big thing about weight loss, right, especially if you're trying to do it, is it's supposed to be sustainable.
Okay.
It's supposed to be something you can carry on. A diet is designed to fail, to go off your diet, right?
Yeah,
it's like, I'm going to make this change for a small period of time, right? And you may see some results for it, but then can you sustain that?
Yes, very true.
Right? You're like, I'm going to eat salad for a week. Okay, great. You lose 3 pounds, 5 pounds that week. Then what? You're going to pack it back on?
You're right about that. Absolutely right. That's the domino I didn't realize was in the mix. So then what I would have to do, and I know my sister does this well too, days of the week in which I'm eating this way. So it's like you allow yourself to either
cheat days, or whatever.
And there's different. She has a different method. There's a day that she fasts, and I'm like, what? You do who? like, could you imagine being like, Wednesday I don't eat at all?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I look at it this way, right? My meal, especially when I work, I eat at 2 a.m.
Okay.
I don't eat again until 5 p.m. the next day. I mean, that's a 16-hour fast almost, you know?
Yeah.
And that's standard. That's standard for 4 days out of my week. Is that, and it's not doing anything. I'm not losing any weight.
Are you gaining weight, or are you just?
I've been maintaining this weight for the past 15 years of my life, if not more. Really? I've been between, again, I'm a big guy. I've been between 225 and 250 for the past 20 years of my life.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Open up. Does your weight, does it trigger something like I'm obese, I'm heavy, I'm like, does it?
Oh, I've always had a body image thing.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I'm asking you.
I have man boobs. I've had man boobs when I was a teenager.
Okay.
It's always bothered me.
It has always bothered you.
Yeah.
But you are comfortable in your own skin around your family. Like, this is who I am. When you do run in the house, is it with your shirt off?
I don't like taking my shirt off, but I mean,
around your family and in the comfort of your own home, this is your body. You do have a sense. You go to the beach, do you take your shirt off?
I have a hard time with it, but I will.
I know some friends that I have that are heavier set that have that.
Or wear a shirt in the ocean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not.
I have friends that do that.
But,
okay. I think, like me busking, because no one
cares.
No one cares more than you, except for the people that you don't give a shit about. If a person's gonna sit there and look at your body and be like, you're gonna be like, who the fuck are you anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Well, and here's the other fact of the matter. 43 years old.
Yeah.
Who am I trying to impress?
I thought you were gonna try to be your model. It's not too late for the modeling. Not too late for the model. You're not gonna be the swimsuit model?
It's almost a health issue at this point.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Good.
And again, complained multiple times about my back and hurting, and it's like, maybe if I dropped 10 pounds, that wouldn't hurt so much.
That's funny, because that's my I have two motives probably. One is what you said.
Well, you're singling on the market, buddy.
Well, I guess that's the second one, right? But my stomach, my midline, I had a hernia surgery, and basically what happened after my hernia surgery is that when the smoke cleared, and it was months and months down the road, like 6-7 months after the road, I still had a hernia. And I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure I got surgery to get this, and I was told that's a new one.
Yeah.
Like it's in the same spot as the old one though. It's right there. No, that's an all new one. And it's like maybe I'm eating and I'm pushing out the stomach lining and it's poop, pop through. Here's a new one. So my goal was, because it actually sometimes hurts, lose weight. Lose weight. So maybe that fixes having so much pressure. Like you said, health, like specific health and pain that I have in this. And then I guess the second would be, well, whether I'm trying to be an entertainer or I'm just trying to be on the market in general for the vain people's eyes who go, that guy's fat. Yeah. I won't be. You know, like I just then I won't.
So I don't know. Where do we end on this? Do we hold each other accountable? If you go for that third meal, do I say, dude, you ate twice today?
I don't mind you doing that. Acknowledging my own natural tendencies to cheat myself.
You even gave me some shit about eating chips the other day. You're like,
I just mentioned it.
No, exactly. And it was the whole pointed out, right? You're gonna have to walk on the treadmill for that one.
That's 45 minutes on the treadmill.
Oh yeah, and my treadmill has a calorie counter, right? 30 minutes was like 150 calories. That was like one snack. Yeah, it's like, that's depressing.
That is depressing. It's so easy. It goes into your body in less than a minute and 45 minutes to get it back out. And that's only the calories, let alone all the glucose sugars that's not even doing anything for you, whatever, so
fillers and all that. It's like if I had a soft drink, or if I had a 12-ounce can of Coke or Pepsi, right? I wouldn't have burned it off in this walk. One can of pop, I would not have burned it off on this walk.
So I guess that's what we'll do. So and this goes, I can come with me on this. Don't let me go it alone, because I'm not really going anywhere by my own accord. I think I need to go far by just acknowledging or supporting that, hey, be mindful of the next meal. And it's not saying that we're not going to ever eat dinner if it's meatballs and meatloaf or barbecue chicken. It's not that I'm not going to eat that. Just be mindful to have the one piece, because I go back for more, So there might be more leftovers in the refrigerator or something. Fine.
There's always extra anyway, right?
That's the thing. There's always extra, and I'm always like, well, if it's in there, it's going to go bad. Like, I might as well be able to put this in since it's right there. Does it go
bad in the trash can, or does it go bad in your stomach, right?
Yeah.
Think of it that way. It's one way or the other, it's going out.
So hold me accountable, because I'm saying I want to do this. Sure. And if I slip up, whether I'm noticing I am, or it's because I'm I grabbed what was the first thing I saw that looked good. Be like, if you're there, be like, how many times do you eat? And I'll do the same, like I said with Bex. You don't have to be hounding me, and I don't need to hound you. Just a little more mindful together if we want to try to actually lose weight.
And that's why I said like it's actually a perk to go to work, because I don't have to think about food, right?
That's why I go to a restaurant and all, and I pick at the fries. But that's why I don't eat anything usually on my work days, anything but dinner. But then there's always this time when I get home from work and I eat, then I go eat dinner. And every time I do that, do I not say I did it again? I did it again. I have no intentions to eat. It's only the meal is dinner. That's the only meal I have intentions to eat.
You get home at like 3 and you have a meal. And then it's like, we're having dinner at 5 and you're like, what?
What? I just had a snack. Yeah, but your snack was pretty much a portion of meal from last night. Yeah. You just had another portion. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll eat dinner though.
Serve it up.
Give me dinner. So be mindful of that. Cool.
There we go. We'll try to keep each other. Maybe next talk we'll talk about moving forward with other plans.
Okay.
That we've said we were going to put in motion and kind of drop the ball on that.
Here's the thing for people. There should be, by the time this one's released, there should be another video that's released of us playing this board game. We'll, for all intents and purposes, say codename Fortress. And there should be a video that we haven't made yet, but we intend to, and it's us playing this game, and the rules will be outlined. And try it out. Let us know what you think. I mean, you might have to use a deck of cards or whatever, but and if you want actually us to send you something like that, we'll send it to you. It's just gonna be on a deck of cards like how we're playing. But there's a game. If you just want to know what it looked like to have this game created, we'll take a video of us playing it, and you let us know what you think. if that's what you're getting at, but that's what I'm getting at.
Also getting at again, try not to address the audience too much, but if anybody out there who's artistic and wants to contribute, hey, I'm fair game.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that artist. So cool. Go ahead and do your, man.
Yeah, if you want to go far, go alone. Or wait, God, see, that's why I wanted to get rid of it. I keep messing it up. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And what he said.
Have a good day.
Hey, this is Brendan from Cock of the Walk podcast. If you like what you heard, you can support us just by sharing the link. That's the most important thing, is to get the word out. If you want to go beyond that, you can do donations, you can become a member and subscribe, or you can even buy some merch. You can find us at www.halfmoonday.com. We are a Half Moon Day LLC production. You can also reach us directly with comments, questions, or topics you want us to discuss at cockofthewalkpodcast@gmail.com or cockofthewalkpodcast@aol.com. We also have a Facebook, and you can find us on YouTube under the Half Moon Day page. On behalf of myself and Shaun, thank you very much for tuning in. We know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and we appreciate your time. Have a good day.